Guys, Jojo cracks me up every time. Because she's quite small. I can't even call her petite because she's far from petite. She's quite small, So because she's quite small, in a way, she kind of reminds me of someone I know. She's very funny. These people that are trying so hard, desperately, to fit into a circle. But the people in that circle, the people in that crowd, they are not your type of people. But because of the circumstances surrounding the circle, you just want to be a part of it. And I've mentioned this to all of you before, that Jojo is desperately trying so hard to fit into the Nate and Swiss and Tyrone's circle. And it makes her look like a puppet to the rest of those people. Because when you look at the way they interact with her, they infantilize her. They talk to her like she's a child, and sometimes like a plaything, like their toy. So sometimes they make her do things that goes out of the boundaries of her character and out of her morals. And guys, let's not forget that Jojo's father is a pastor, according to her. She has a background of religiosity. She has a background of a church girl. So coming to Big Brother's house, according to how she described their life, it's more like, a saint being thrown into a dungeon filled with demons, toxic people. And she's trying so hard to fit in. Now, she gives us the front of, oh yes, I'm tough. I can take it. I can handle it. But it's like every time she does something that goes out of the boundaries of her character, of her morals, she breaks down. She has a meltdown. And it's like she's beating up herself while she does those things. I've done videos about this, and I've told you all, about this aspect of Jojo's life in the house. But there was another one that happened today. You see, whilst the whole house were having their general meeting this morning and there was chaos everywhere, once again, Jojo was silent all through. She wasn't contributing anything. She was quiet. Sometimes she would sleep off and then wake up, but then she was quiet all through. And then after the meeting, she got into a romantic session with Ezra, And I've told you all before that Ezra is very hands-on. He's very touchy, very physical. Like, he likes touching her body. Of course, Jojo is beautiful. She looks sexy. She's got a succulent body, So Ezra is always touching, rubbing her back with her consent, of course. This is not without her consent, with her consent. And she likes it. You can tell that she plays into it. Now, we don't know if she's faking it or if she's acting it up, but she plays along like she's enjoying it. And so immediately, guys, after their romance session, she went upstairs and she was crying. She was crying. And Tyrone was consoling her. And for the weirdest reason that only the universe knows of, Kayb was there, consoling her and fake crying, acting like, oh, my baby, don't cry. Oh, Jojo, don't go. Because Jojo was crying. She said she was overwhelmed. She was tired of the house and she wanted to leave. She wants to go home. She misses her dad. She wants to go home to her daddy. So you could tell that Tyrone was genuinely hurt, because according to Jojo, Tyrone is her best friend in that house. Tyrone is the only person that she has really bonded with 100%. So she loves Tyrone to bits. She doesn't mind just sitting down and looking at him do whatever he's doing. Those are her words. So Kayb right there doing, oh Jojo, oh my baby, don't go. My baby, don't go. My baby, don't cry. I'm like, how is it that every time someone is crying in that house, Kayb is always there playing the role of consoler? Like, how? Who informs Kayb that someone is always crying in the house? Because it always seems so timely. Earlier today, whilst the general house meeting was going on outside in the garden, Ashley was crying. Sweet Guluva was consoling her. I'd informed you all about this one. And the same Kayb that had been saying a lot of nasty things about Ashley refused to even accept her apology. I'd gone to go and console her. Oh, my baby, what is wrong? And Sweet Guluva was trying to dismiss her, that don't worry, she'll be fine. And she was like, is this a private moment? And Sweet Guluva said, yes, she'll be okay. And then she now leaned forward and kissed Ashley on the forehead, and then she walked away. I said, oh my God, if I was in that house and you snake, you did that to me. Listen, I'm going to drag Kaybe's ponytail. I'm going to use that head to wipe off the floor of Big Brother's mansion till it's sparkling clean. And I don't mind going home for it. Because guys, that thing was so triggering because even Ashley was upset. Like she was already upset, but she was more like aggravated. She just looked like, don't mind her. She's also part of them. Because Ashley was crying, obviously. And we know that because of the strike she's got, because of that punishment that she experienced with Bonnie B, she just could not really react the way she wanted to react. Guys, that part was so annoying. As I was saying, once again, Kayb was consoling Jojo, and then she now went downstairs to go and call their gang, Swiss and Nate, and then Melino came, what's his name, Sipali came, and then Ezra also came, and they all gathered, and they're like, Jojo, don't go, Jojo, don't go. I said, look at all of them, you people are fucking hypocrites, you're all hypocrites. You people do not give a fuck about even one another, you don't even give a fuck about Jojo. So even if people are saying that, oh, Jojo, don't go, Jojo, it's a lie. You people are wishing that she would take that voluntary exit and leave the house to reduce your competition. Yo, Aibo, these housemates are fucking stressing me out. Like, all I could see right there was just all levels of fakery. They were acting like they didn't want her to leave, but you could tell that, fine, it's going to be great if she goes anyways. At least one down, 20-something more to go. And then later on, Tyrone was hugging her, was consoling her. Kayb did not want to leave that place, but she eventually left. And then later on, Ezra cuddled her, that's Jojo like a baby, and was consoling her. And guys, it was a lot, but they allowed her to sleep. Ezra slept beside her. I mean, it was showing that he cared. I don't know if he genuinely cares, but it was showing like he cares. And guys, I was just looking at all of these things, and in a way, I kind of felt sad for Jojo, but at the same time, I did not feel bad for her because, see, in Big Brother's house, yeah, there's only so much you can give. There's only so much you can do. But when you begin to do things that you now have to go back and beat yourself about, don't you think you should take a moment to do some sort of introspection? Call yourself back, have a pep talk with yourself, because the likes of Google, Super Secret, Mandy, as rowdy as she gets, they do this. They introspect a lot. And from time to time in their conversations, you hear them say, I have to call myself to order. I have to remind myself why I'm here. So Jojo is always saying that she has conversations with herself where she gets to call herself to order. But then it's like immediately she vocalizes those thoughts, she goes back into Ezra's arms, and they are smooching and they're getting all lovey-dovey, and then later on she's talking to Luzuko. So it's like she really wants to play this triangle game, this shipping triangle, but she doesn't really have the balls to do it. And so the frustration is killing her because it's a lot for her to handle. She cannot possibly give in her best shot into playing that card. So guys, I don't know. She's okay now though. She's fine. I mean, she got consolations from her friends. Sweet even went to volunteer to be her guardian in the house, telling her that, listen, anything that bothers you, come and talk to us. If anybody in this house troubles you, come and tell me. Come and tell me. I'm like, so does she come and tell you, and then what happens? Because last I remembered, just from recently last night, dude, you acted like a coward. You were looking for a name. Give me a name. Give me a name. And then they told you it's Jojo, but you're still looking for a name. Which name are you looking for? So they told you it's Jojo. Why didn't you go and rip her apart? Devour her, kill her, do whatever you want to do. And you're talking about they should come and call you when somebody troubles her in the house. You that you're a coward. Like, beg, shift, Jerry. Anyways, guys, moving on. Let's talk about Kayb. Ladies and gentlemen, Kayb's matter has not ended as at the time of creating this video, all right? Kayb's matter has not ended. So first things first, Nshini had a diary session, and she referred to the thing that happened between Kayb and BK yesterday, the whole sexual harassment allegation, from some of the guys and, also Kayb. And the way Nshini talked about it, normally she would go into details, or Big Brother would ask for more details, because that's what Big Brother does. If any housemate says, oh, Big Brother, something happened yesterday, Big Brother would definitely ask for details. He would say, spill, Big Brother is always here to listen. But when it was Nshini's turn, and she mentioned, oh, something happened between KB and BK yesterday, she was even explaining that it was such a big thing, like it was a big thing to the point that she was kind of upset because if it was the other way around, if it was BK that had done that thing to KB, everywhere would have caught fire. But now, because KB did it to BK, people are hushing in the house. People are not talking about it, that she doesn't think it's fair. It doesn't make sense. Guess what Big Brother did? Big Brother just went straight to asking her another question. Biggie did not want to go into details. But when KB, Nate, in fact, so many housemates, as at last week, were talking about Bonnie B said, Bonnie B said, Bonnie B said, Big Brother would always ask them for details. He would always ask these people for details. They should spill, and they will spill. KB would exaggerate, and then she would be shedding crocodile tears. Big Brother was fueling that narrative. Fueling the narrative. But now, it is KB's turn. And just like production have been flying away with the cameras, every time housemates are having conversations about that issue, Big Brother decided to stylishly sweep it under the carpet during Shini's diary session today. Did not allow that girl to even go into the details. And so it even makes me suspect more that you see that 20 minutes this morning that Big Brother kept on playing ad breaks, advert, when the housemate was having their general house meeting this morning. And that makes me believe that there could be a possibility that Big Brother addressed the housemates and told them not to talk about those things anymore. Because today, people have been hush-hush. They've not been talking about it. Now, they've probably been talking about it, but the cameras are not showing us, but we are not hearing it. Another thing that I also noticed is that during the housemates diary session today, those ones that wants to refer to Bonnie B, even aside from the diary room, outside in the main house, they don't mention her name. They refer to her as the housemate that left, the housemate that was evicted, the girl that left, that housemate that was evicted. And then sometimes Ezra warns them or reminds them that, oh, remember, you don't say her name. She's the girl that left. I say, yeah? Is this how it is now? They cancelled her in the whole of South Africa. So Big Brother now, if the allegations are right, they are now also cancelling, like completely ostracizing even her name inside the house. Is this how it is? All these things are happening, but the so-called victim, has become the predator and the perpetrator of sexual harassment, as in the actual dido, as she's still inside the house, walking freely like a bird, terrorizing people, provoking people, goading people, still doing the most, bullying people as well. And I'm speaking about KB herself. She sent Melino to help her call for a men's conference, that she wanted to address them. And then she apologized to the men and she told them that, they know she's a very flirty person. She's a very, very touchy person, that it's just something about her, that's just how she is, that now moving forward, she's going to try to give them space and not be around them anymore because a lot of them have complained that her flirtatiousness and the way she touches them makes them uncomfortable. As she was talking, she was not... Oh my God, I don't want to get emotional. She was now fake crying as usual. And guess what? Big Brother decided to call a housemate into the diary room at that point in time. I can't remember who they called into the diary room at that point in time. So we did not really hear everything else that was said. And I was enraged. Because left to me, the person that she was first supposed to apologize to specifically was BK. Because that's the word going around. BK first and then Swiss. And mention their names when they was doing cheap blackmail, gaslighting them into, feeling like, oh, they are not fair to her. She's the one that is the grape victim. So if there's anybody that they should pity her and understand that she's just a flirtatious person. She does not mean any harm. Whilst doing all of these things without their consent. Ladies and gentlemen, at the moment, Lotto Star, I think the headline sponsor of the season, they put out a statement that they are going to... What? Quite frankly, I did not bother even reading the statement because for me, I just wanted to see a result. There are housemates in that house that have pending strikes. There's KB. She should either get 2 strikes or be disqualified. There's Mandy Hagan. She deserves a strike for provocation and goading of Nsuku. There is Swiss for provocation and physical violence against Abobo. There is who else? I think, guys, if you remember any other one, please let me know in the comment section below. At the moment, my mind is freezing, all right? But this is where I'm going to stop this video because I would love to hear from all of you, all right? So go ahead, share your thoughts in the comment section below. I will see you guys on another video soon. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing, amazing evening. Bye.